Lothman of Tillamook, Oregon, from sexually assaulting women. Guaranteed if he was dead, he wouldn't be able to assault anyone. $100% guarantee. See, here's the thing about dead people. You know why I'm more comfortable sleeping in a graveyard than in someone's house? Dead people don't hurt anybody. They don't fucking care. The cops in this town and the mental health places have done nothing but victimize us over and over again, spending literally millions of dollars in Tillamook alone to claim that they have no money. Well, you spent all the money forcing us into homelessness and then making us waste all of our time going to services that aren't helping us. They're only there fleecing the American public. You want to stop police corruption? There's only one way to do it. Kill more of them than they kill of you. If black people want police officers to stop killing black people, you're going to have to kill a lot of cops. If disabled people want the police to stop killing disabled people, we're going to have to kill a lot of cops. If the homeless want the cops to stop killing homeless people, we're going to have to kill a lot of cops. I'm willing to teach you how. I'm willing to teach you how to break their necks from the back. If you can walk up behind an officer, it doesn't matter that you don't have a gun. You lock him up in the sleeper, half Nelson. Kick your legs out from behind you, you'll break his neck. When it comes to you don't have enough money, you don't have the money for guns and they have guns, gravity is free, rocks are free. Maybe you should take a page out of the Palestinian terrorism book. See, many of you shooters know what the double tap is. 2 to the chest and 1 to the head. That's how you make sure they're dead. That's not the double tap, is it? No, that's a triple tap. The double tap, that's 2 to the chest. The 1 to the head just guarantees the job is finished. Now, we got cops that are so in love with killing. You know, we get people who got, 63 gunshots? 63 times. How much of a sick piece of shit do you have to be to shoot a body, a dead body, 63 times? Well, what'd you say 60 times? Because them first 3 killed him. Rocks. Pieces of wood. A piece of birch. One of them branches. A piece of birch. 1.5 inches wide by 4 inches long. Dropped from 2 stories up. Will lodge itself 6 inches into your fucking head. That means it'll go past your brain. Past your brain. Rocks, same thing. And you can chuck rocks, you can chuck cans, you can chuck bricks. Anything fucking handy can be used as a weapon. Now, how do you make this fancy schmancy little thing work? Well, it's a good thing you asked. I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention to the riot patrols, the riot police, their formations or how they stand. It's pretty fucking easy in Portland to get those riot police officers to set up their line wherever you want. Start off with a peaceful protest and a couple of antagonizers. You don't even need an antagonizer. What the double tap is, as far as the Palestinians go, you got a suicide bomber. Walks into a public market and blows himself up. The second suicide bomber waits until there's a bunch of first responders, police officers, Israeli Defense Force, you know. And the second suicide bomber blows himself up and gets the people that are the actual intended target. Now, we don't need suicide bombers. Roadside bombs, IEDs, trash can bombs, trash can fires. There's a lot of different things you can do. Now, when it comes to the tear gas and stuff like that, yes, there are ways that you can counter that. Like, first of all, get on a fucking roof. While they're down there fucking around with the protesters, that's when you lob the rocks. That's when you start launching cans off the roof. Just toss them. You don't need a grenade launcher. You don't need a RPG. You don't need none of that. None of it. The police are killing us. If you're homeless and you're not killing them back, you're a traitor. You're a traitor to the American people and a traitor to the Constitution, just like every police officer in this country. Just like Tina Kotek. Is Tina Kotek a cop? No, she's not. She's a criminal. Just like the cops. What the fuck is that smell? Doesn't smell like anything dead. Whatever it is, we'll see if a bit of water on these plants will fix it. Because it might be from... Alright, so I tossed my water out. And some people toss out other things. I do pee in bottles. And sometimes I do pour them out on the side of the road. But then again, so do dogs, so do cats, so do birds. Lots of animals piss outside. The only ones who are criminalized for it or treated like they're trying to rape people because of it are human males. To my knowledge, not a single woman I've ever met has ever been charged as a sex offender for urinating in public. To my knowledge, no college student that I have met has ever been charged with, well, being a sex offender because they urinated in public. A homeless man? Yeah, you're more likely to be charged as a pedophile than given a $100 urinating in public ticket in Boulder, Colorado. They'll set up court dates and all sorts of stuff to try to paint you as a fucking rapist or a pedophile because you were taking a leak at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm willing to teach you where the vital areas are. You probably know them already. Side of the temple is a good spot if you're using a cudgel. I don't recommend using a baseball bat that takes a bit of swinging, and once you've got the swing, it's a full swing, and all they got to do is wait for it to go past and step right in. Also, if you pull it back to telegraph it, all they got to do is step right in. Do not engage armored opponents in ground-based warfare. No, you do what the Spartans did. You get them into a funnel. High concentration of assholes. Low concentration of places to go. The man to his left blocks him in. The man to his right blocks him in. The man to his front blocks him in. And the man to his back blocks him in. He is stuck in a block formation. Now, if you take sandbags or socks and you tie a bit of cord between them, it don't have to be new socks. It could be stinky old socks. Who fucking cares? You fill them with rocks. You fill them with sand. You fill them with dirt. It doesn't matter. You throw them from the rooftops. It'll tie them up. It'll tangle them up. And the more entangled they are, the less likely it is they're going to be focused on shooting you. The more time that it takes for them to untie themselves from a bolo, the less time they're focused on you. Many of you got food stamps. You know those big containers they got? The big containers. Black pepper, red pepper, cayenne pepper. Get those. Fill up a fucking backpack with them. It's cheap plastic. The lid will break right off the moment it impacts something. You throw it, let it impact around them officers. Let them try to breathe through that shit. Not only that, take some paint, fill up water balloons with paint, and fucking peg them bitches with it. They won't be able to see you. Bear mace is expensive, and I get that. But if you get bear mace, what you do is you take your bear mace container and you make one ring of tape around it and you attach hard metal objects with sharp edges. Things like nails, anything that once it impacts the ground will puncture the can. You are far away from that bear mace and they're going to have to breathe that shit. Before you go, oh, well, that might kill them. Do they give a fuck if it kills you? Do they give a fuck if it kills you? No, the answer is no. Matter of fact, they are encouraged to fucking kill you. As long as you don't have a friend or family member who gives a shit, they are encouraged to kill you. They are encouraged to make things up, to outright lie, to see to it that you are locked up so they make a profit. Now, a lot of people say you got to take the head off the snake. No. But if you want to use that take, there's the way to make it proper. Rick Reigenborn, sheriff of Arapahoe County, if someone was to kill him, and then kill his successor, and kill his successor, and kill his successor, we'd be making some progress. The problem is we need to kill as many of them as they're killing of us. There's people like me who don't believe that it's okay to kill people, but it is absolutely okay to defend yourself, and it has gotten to the point where you need a gun, and you do need to defend yourself. If a police officer walks up to give you a ticket, well, God's honest fact, he's probably not there to give you a ticket. He's probably there to harass you for money. He is probably there to commit felonies. He is probably there to victimize you because you're broke. You have every right to blow his fucking head off. You have every right to be afraid of the police. If they're allowed to butcher unarmed men because the officer was afraid, an officer with body armor, with a fucking gun, with special rights, just as if he had titties. Oh, and by the way, I highly recommend that when women start doing that, I highly recommend that you do the same to them. Women don't give a fuck about you. They don't care who hurts you. If you don't give her what she wants right when she fucking wants it, she'll go spreading rumors in an attempt to have you killed. The moment she does that, you go put holes in all their heads so they can't kill you and your family. What I should have done, the moment Natalie Bollinger and her fucking friends started spreading those rumors, I should have shot those cops in the head. I should have killed Tim Beeson. I should have broke Matty Boa's fucking neck. And I should have lit Boulder, Colorado on fire. Moral of the story. I'm against killing. I'm not against defending yourselves. Police are killing us wholesale. And we are being railroaded by the courts because we have no fucking rights. If the cops are not going to observe our rights, they are tyrants. And your Second Amendment gives you the right to blow their goddamn heads off. Oh, and Tina Kotek? Write that the fuck down, bitch! Now let's get to stage 2. Firebombing. Now, according to the United Nations, firebombs are a form of terrorism. Same as hyperbaric bombs. And who uses them? The primary users of hyperbaric bombs, as well as fire bombs, is the United States of America. We're one of only 2 first world countries that didn't sign that. We're also the #1 country most likely to be sent out if someone breaks those rules. So that's kind of like taking a rapist, giving him a badge, and putting him in charge of the rape task force. Yeah, no, them rapists are going to get away. You put someone like that in charge. A lot of those rapists are going to get raped twice. 3 or 4 times even. I am willing to teach you how to kill people. I am willing to teach you how to kill your predators. I am willing to teach you this for one reason and one reason only, because the cops aren't going to do their goddamn jobs. They are our fucking predators. The cops are terrorists. The American people are terrorists. Dear men, once a woman starts playing those head games, your life and our lives will be better off if she's not alive. And that is fucking sad to say. She's not going to go to jail or prison for any of the things that she does. You can't call the cops on her without being victimized, as if you're some sort of a horrible person for calling the cops on a woman. I'll tell you what, when that woman starts showing those signs, and you've got kids together, you stop her from killing your kids. You stop her. When they say it's never okay to hit a woman, I say bullshit. If she's trying to drown your kids, break her fucking neck, shoot her in the fucking head, do whatever it takes to fucking protect those kids. And those of you out here on the streets that aren't sticking up for the other people out here on the streets, or you only care if they do the same drugs as you, you're tyrants too. And your days are fucking numbered. Now you want to pull your heads out of your asses and work together with the other victims to stop this, well, by God, I'm on your side. But if that's not what you're doing, you and I are enemies by your choice. You are a fucking sellout. You are a tyrant. You are a traitor. What we need is more homeless people burning people's houses to the ground. We need more homeless people burning down fire stations and police stations. That's what we need. And it has to be homeless people, because people in houses are complacent, lazy, and pampered. You don't care about our property being destroyed or about how we're treated, but you think that we should give a shit about some rich bitch and a fucking house? No, go fuck yourselves. You're the pieces of shit that forced us into homelessness to begin with your fucking selfishness. Oh, your money is more important than human lives, is it? Well, then let's fucking burn your money. I bet you'll still be breathing with no money. I bet you will still be breathing with no house. You're also going to have a tough fucking time with all your blankets burned up, bitches. I am willing to teach homeless people how to make firearms. I am willing to teach them how to make IEDs. I'm willing to teach them to make roadside bombs. I'm willing to teach them to even make RPGs. That's a rocket-propelled grenade. I can teach them how to make the launcher too. I can teach them where to get free materials so they don't have to go buy them. I can even teach these people how to use dirt and urine in order to get the chemicals required to make a sugar rocket. Are you likely to get the sugar out of that urine? No, but you'll for surely get the saltpeter. It's called paying attention. Something that none of you do. That guy last night, Nick, of course I'm scared of him. Depending on if he's been drinking or not. But I am wholeheartedly willing to arm him. He claims he's already armed, so I don't need to arm him. He's already got a gun. He doesn't need a rock or a stick. Just so you know, one person is capable of taking out hundreds of police officers. You fill them water balloons with combustibles, you pop them against the police officers. Well, you build a man a fire, he'll be warm for a day. You set a man on fire, he'll be warm for the rest of his life.